The sandstone in this panorama is part of the Stimson unit on a lower slope of Mount Sharp. We can see sets of bedding laminations lying at angles to each other, and the large-scale cross-bedding in the sandstone of this ridge is common in petrified sand dunes. Such cross-bedding is also common in wind-deposited sandstone of the US Southwest. A portion of a trough in the Nili Fosse region of Mars is shown in this image. The region has one of the largest exposures of clay minerals discovered by the mapping spectrometer called Omega on the European Space Agency's Mars Express orbiter. These minerals have also been mapped in greater detail by the Compact Reconnaissance Imaging Spectrometer for Mars on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. The image covers an area nearly 1 kilometer wide and is a composite of exposures that HiRISE took in the infrared, red and blue portions of the spectrum. The purple areas are basaltic in composition, including sand-sized material that bounces around in the wind to form dunes. Basalt is the most common type of volcanic rock on Earth and other terrestrial planets. Orange areas seen in the image are rich in clays. Clay minerals contain water in their mineral structure and may also preserve organic materials, so there is great interest in studying these deposits to understand past environments that could have supported life. The blue-green patches are outcrops of unaltered rocks rich in mineral pyroxene. This panorama is the view from the top of the Cape Tribulation segment of the rim of Endeavour crater. Endeavour spans about 14 miles in diameter, with its interior and rim laid out in this 245-degree panorama centered toward east-northeast. Tracks left by Mars rover during its approach to the site appear on the left, and the far horizon in the right half of the scene includes portion of the rim of Yazoo crater farther south. Nine days before Curiosity rover took this image of a rock, the rover crushed a similar-looking rock and revealed crystalline textures inside. Curiosity's alpha particle X-ray spectrometer found that the rock was made of elemental sulfur. An entire field of similar-looking rocks were found in this area. All are expected to have sulfur inside them. This view taken by Curiosity rover during mid-afternoon shows sand dune in the upper center of the image, which spans a gap between two short scarps. The dune is about 3 feet high and the nearer edge of it is about 115 feet away from the rover's position when this image was taken. This view shows at least 3 isolated clouds of particles near a steep cliff in the northern polar region of Mars. These clouds, rolling or hovering close to the ground yet reaching up tens of meters high, are likely the result of an avalanche or fall of mostly carbon dioxide frost. The frost clings to the scarp in the darkness of winter and may be disrupted by sunlight and thermal processes with the coming of spring. The cliff, approximately 700 meters high, is made up of layers of water ice with varying dust content, roughly similar to the polar ice caps on Earth. On top of this view is bright white carbon dioxide ice and frost. Just a year before, High Rise was monitoring this area for changes in frost patterns as spring progressed, and it was quite surprising and exciting to find an avalanche in progress. Targeting this scarp as well as others around the edge of the northern polar icy layer deposits helps determine if this process is a characteristic one in Mars's cycle of seasons, including the period of year it is active and how widespread around the region it is. Several such events have occurred earlier at the same scarp, and several more were also seen at a few other scarps spread out about 1/3 of the circumference of the polar region. Looking at all of the individual instances of avalanches from all of the images will also allow scientists to piece together a sequence of snapshots of the whole avalanche process from beginning to end. Based on the observations, these events happen mostly in the middle of spring, roughly equivalent to April or early May on Earth, and they are indeed more widespread than just this one scarp. Altogether, it seems this is a regular spring process at Mars's North Pole that may be expected every year. This information, in conjunction with the results of numerical modeling of the behavior of the materials involved, also helps scientists find out what is causing these dramatic events. This panorama shows Ingenuity helicopter at Vallenar Hills. The helicopter, the first aircraft to achieve powered, controlled flight on another world, can be seen sitting just left of center, a speck-like figure amid a field of sand ripples. Ingenuity damaged its rotor blades during landing on its 72nd and final flight on January 18, 2024. The panorama was captured from about 1,365 feet away by Perseverance rover.